Hello, and welcome to the iDig Advanced Training course. This video will go further in depth about the proper way to enter locate requests at intersections, locations without an address, bounded in areas, and new roadways that do not appear in the mapping system. For our first example, we will go to Lucas County in Toledo. We will be working at the intersection of West Sylvania Avenue and Elmhurst Road. Now when we use lookup, it will attempt to find a match of Sylvania and Elmhurst coming up in Lucas County. Because it found two intersections matching, the pop-up box appears with the list of possible matches. Select Show All to have the map zoom in to show both matching intersections. As you can see, Elmhurst Road does a jog along West Sylvania Avenue. Due to this, we will need to be sure to clarify in our work area description which of these intersections we will be working at. Remember, the utility companies and the locators do not see and/or get a copy of the blue notification area drawn on the map, so by clarifying which intersection, the locators will know exactly where to go. Fill out your entire work area description. For this locate, we will need the entire intersection at the westernmost intersection, less than 200 feet off the road. Be aware, when you need an entire intersection marked, it must be stated in the entire work area description. If it is not stated in the description of your ticket, utility companies and locators may only mark part of the intersection, potentially missing markings within your work area. So to map this area, select your draw tool, the pencil, and double-click at the westernmost intersection, and it will put the blue notification area directly at the intersection. Remember that if your work area was going to be more than 200 feet, you would want to increase your buffer setting to the next setting above your furthest point off the road before using your draw tool. Always be sure to utilize the aerial tool, the mountains with the sun, to make sure that your entire work area is covered by your blue notification area whenever possible. Now fill in the remaining information on your ticket and submit it. A couple of reminders at this point. When filling in your work type field, vague terms such as excavating, digging, and trenching are not valid work types. Utility companies need to know what you are digging for. Also, make sure that if you do change your white lining box to yes, you should also have in your entire work area description how you have it marked. In our next example, we will say that we are not just working at this intersection, but starting at that entire intersection and going down both sides of West Sylvania Avenue. When putting in a location request, you must provide which side of the road work is on, the furthest point off the road any work will take place, the distance and direction from an intersecting street to the starting point, the distance and direction from the starting point to the next or ending point, if any, and the distance and direction from an intersecting street to the ending point. For this locate, we will work on both sides of West Sylvania Avenue, starting at the entire intersection of the westernmost intersection with Elmhurst Road, and going west, ending at a point approximately 100 feet east of the easternmost intersection with Stannard Drive, no more than 20 feet off the road. If your map were not already at the location we were before, you could use the lookup button to zoom to the area between these two cross streets. However, by using the Find Both Crossed button, it will also zoom you to the area between both the Cross Street 1 and Cross Street 2 fields. Now using your ruler tool, you can measure from the eastern intersection going east 100 feet, and then use your draw tool, clicking once at the westernmost intersection with Elmhurst Road to start the line, and draw down the center of the road to the point you just measured and double-click to end the line and generate the blue notification area at the current buffer setting. Alternatively, if you did not have the measurement from Stannard Drive, but you did have the distance from the starting to the ending point, we could remove Stannard Drive from the Cross Street 2 field, and our entire work area description would instead read, both sides of the road, starting at the entire intersection at the westernmost intersection with Elmhurst Road and going approximately 720 feet west to the ending point. By wording it this way, we use our draw tool starting at the western intersection with Elmhurst Road and draw going west 720 feet and double-click to end. Remember, when entering in tickets at a location, each road you are working on will be a separate ticket. For example, if we were to continue this locate down Standard Drive instead of stopping where we did, the Standard Drive work would be on a separate ticket. Sometimes you are working at a location that may or may not have an address, but does take up the entire area that is surrounded by multiple roads. For this example, we will go to Montgomery County in Dayton. We will work in the entire area in the middle of Concord Street, Albany Street, Hopeland Street, and Cincinnati Street. To start, we will put 3 of the 4 roads we are working in the middle of in the Address Street, Cross Street 1, and Cross Street 2 boxes and click Lookup and select Show All. Now that we are in the correct area on the map, as we can see all 4 streets in our map view, we will fill in the entire work area description. When doing an area bounded by streets, you need to have your work area include entire property bounded by what streets, which are on what sides of the area. For our example, the entire work area description will read, entire property bounded by Concord Street to the south, Albany Street to the north, Hopeland Street to the east, and Cincinnati Street to the west. To map a bounded by area, you can either use your draw tool, drawing along the center lines of each road from intersection to intersection until ending at your starting point and double-clicking to fill in the area, or you could use the block tool, the paperclip, and click on each road going around your area, and it will automatically fill in any empty spaces once you have boxed in the area. For our last example, we will go over the way to properly input a ticket for a new roadway that is not yet in the mapping system. Whenever entering a ticket for a street that does not appear in the system, in addition to the information for the type of location request you are submitting, you must also provide off of which side of what road the new road goes, and how far from an intersecting street does this road come off of that road. For this ticket, we will go to Wood County in Bowling Green. We will be working along both sides of Winterwood Court, starting at Pine Valley Drive. When we enter this information in and click Lookup, you will notice it cannot find the intersection because Winterwood Court is not in the mapping system yet, so it suggests the closest match it can find. But we know this is a new road that comes off of the west side of Pine Valley Drive, less than a quarter mile south of Treetop Place. So we can put Treetop Place into our Cross Street 2 field and use our highlight and zoom functions for Cross 2 to find where Pine Valley Drive and Treetop Place intersect. Do not click Lookup again, or you will have to do this step again to get back to the work area on the map. To fill in our entire work area description, we first need to enter in the information to get them to the new road, including the fact that it is a new road. So for this, we will start with, this location is a new street located off the west side of Pine Valley Drive, less than a quarter mile south of Treetop Place. Now we can enter in our locate request information. Both sides of the road, entire length of road from Pine Valley Drive going west approximately 600 to 700 feet. In order to map this location, we will use our draw tool starting at the intersection with Treetop Place and measure south down Pine Valley Drive up to the quarter mile we described in our entire work area description. From here, we will go west off the road up to the 700 feet we described and measure back north and then back over, blocking off the entire area from the intersection to the furthest points south and west that work will be. By mapping this way, we have ensured that our blue notification area covers the entire distance we have described and will be sent to every utility that may be involved with this new roadway. Fill in the rest of the information for the ticket as usual. Remember that when you click Get Members, you will get a pop-up advising you it cannot find the street in the blue notification area. Continue with Member Lookup. Click Yes because you knew it wouldn't appear in the blue notification area because it's a new road. Once you have confirmed all your information is correct, submit the ticket. Note: Ohio 811 tries to keep the map as accurate as possible, but this information is not always available. So if you have KMZ files of the new roadway or subdivision in which you are working available and would like to provide those to Ohio 811, please email those to mapping@oups.org. You will still need to enter the prior information until the road does appear in the system. In the next video, we will go into depth on how to do locations for railroads and cross-country tickets. If you are unfamiliar with one or more topics discussed in this video, please refer back to the training videos and manuals. If you have any further questions, please feel free to call into the IDIG department at 1-800-240-7190 anytime Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thank you for watching the IDIG Advanced Training video for locations.